walk you through how to create a form from start to finish in Indition Forms contests and surveys. So here we are on the form dashboard. We can create our own custom form by clicking Create Custom Form, or you can start with the foundation by selecting a pre-built form from one of our form categories here. Select a pre-built, you can just select the one you want. You can swipe through and preview all of them as well. So I'm just going to create a custom one. We'll do custom form build. You assign a category. You can enter a custom page URL to choose the URL ending if you want. Click Save and we'll be taken to the form builder where we actually select the fields that we want to include in our form. So we'll just do a very basic one and we'll do first name, last name, email address, and maybe a comments field. So select the field types we want. We'll just click on the field type and it gets added into our form here. So we have full name, email, and then we'll do a long text for our comments. So to configure these fields, you just click on the field. You see the configuration options on the right-hand side. So I will change this to comments as our name for this field. We have an email address field now, and we want to require that. We can go to first name here, and when a contact is created in our system after a submission is made, we can set what field we should map our first name field to. So now whatever's entered in the first name field will also go to the first name field for the contact created. You can do the same thing for last name. And we're not going to require a name. So now the form is actually created. We can go to our processing steps to see what we want to happen after the form is submitted. So by default, we have this on success message. I want my message to be displayed in place. So the message is going to replace the form. Success, your submission has been saved. This is my custom message. And that's just so we can see it at the end of this demonstration. So we'll click Save here. You can also do custom email steps as well. And then there's also these field dependent steps. So you can set up dependencies. So if first name equals John, then email someone specific in different actions like that. So we'll go back to our form builder now that we're okay with our processing steps, and we will click Save. So now our form's created, and the next step is to create a design. So for every form, there's the form itself, which is the backbone, and then there is the design, and you can make many different designs for that one form. So it's a bunch of different skins. We'll just create one design here. So sample design. Again, we can set a custom URL here, and we'll click Save. Now we're in the form designer. So we'll see all of our available fields from the form we just built over here on the left. And within each design, you only actually need to include the required fields from the form. So that allows you to have different form designs with different fields in it for the same actual form. So all the data will be gathered in the same location. So we'll include every field here. So we'll go name. You can either click this plus icon or you can drag the field into the design here. So we'll show you that. We can go email. And then we have our comments option. And we have the submit button. So now that we have our fields added, we can customize them and style them as we want. So you can click on individual elements, like right now I have the first name field selected. You can click on rows. So I have this whole row selected that has the both first name and last name field. And then you can also click on form styling, and that lets you customize the entire form container. So there's a hierarchy where the element styling is going to override the row styling, and the row styling will override the form styling. So for form styling, let's change this to make it a little bit smaller. We'll do 600 pixels. Then let's change, we'll click on that actual name. So I selected the name there, and I will say hide this. We will make this universal, where our field label is above the field. So I have this field selected, we'll do above. Do the same for last name, above. You can see it's very consistent. And we can now preview this. So this is a preview of what the form design would be like. And it's actually ready to go. So your form design is created at this point, and you can use this anywhere you want. And you can even link to this page. So there is that. We do provide an auto-generated URL for you. So if you go to settings, we will have your URL here. So we can copy the clipboard, open a new tab, paste it, and then this is the actual page here. So it's not the design. You can do a little test. Submit, and there you go. You see that processing step that I set up. This is my success message. It's the custom bit I added to the end there, and it replaced my form as I selected it. You can just refresh the page and the form will appear again. So let's go back to our design. We can do a little bit more with this. So if you want to put it on a different page, for example, you can choose to say change the page template, and then you can choose from our existing templates here, say this one, and now this form that I created will be displayed on this new page. So let's close this. So we still have our form editing, so you can still edit the design here, and then you can go to the page design as well. So now you can edit different elements of the page design. So for example, if you want to change the logo, you just go over here to header logo, select your new logo that you want to include, and we have our new logo there. So you can do the same thing with all of these different page elements. You can also just hide an element if you find that there's too many content areas and you just don't want to expose them all. So for example, let's hide this form heading. And now we have this basic form, our very basic contact form, on a page. And we can even preview that now. So this is the full page. So it's pretty easy to design a form, create a custom form, do a custom design for it, and put it on a full web page that you can then provide in links and emails, or to customers, or to people to contact you. So let's recap on this. From the dashboard, we created a custom form. That new form is now in Manage Forms as Custom Form Build here. So you can go into Custom Form Build, see the form that I built. You can still edit and configure these fields. Maybe you want to all of a sudden require first name. Okay. Then we save our form, and what I did was create a design. You can continue editing the current form or go to the entire designs list. So we always provide a design for you by default, and then this is the design that I built. You can create as many designs as you want for this form. So this is my one design. We can preview from this page here the design I built, or you can go and edit it. And this was the design. So I hope this helps you out. It's the bare bones. Obviously, there's a lot more customization that can go on in this process, but hopefully this helps.